Was this the worst celebrity hair care launch of 2024?
This is probably one of the most infamous launches of the year when it comes to hair care, especially a celebrity hair care brand. There were a few, and this one takes the cake for the most negative reviews.
I just want everyone to know that the cool teen working at the customer service desk at Target told me that everyone's been returning the Blake Brown hair care.
If you're not Blake Lively, just keep scrolling. This video is only for Blake. Hey Blake, hi, huge fan, went to Target, got your shampoo, it smells great, it's amazing. I only use the shampoo because everything else was sold out and you don't believe in conditioner. And this is how my hair turned out. So I'm having a huge hair crisis right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm confused about Blake Lively's hair care line. You know, I kept it to myself, but I'm just really confused, y'all.
Blake Lively is no stranger to the spotlight, but this time, it's not for a glamorous red carpet moment or a new movie role. It's because her business empire is crumbling before her eyes. What was supposed to be her triumphant entry into the beauty industry has turned into a PR catastrophe, and fans, well, they're making sure the whole world knows about it. From a disastrous product launch to a messy legal battle, and now a massive fan boycott, Blake's hair care brand is sinking fast. How did she go from Target's biggest success story to having her products pulled from shelves? And can she even recover from this? Or is her beauty empire officially over before it really began? Let's break it all down.
Blake Brown Beauty completely sold out, but is it really worth all of the hype that it got? Here are my honest thoughts. To be totally honest, the first thing I noticed about these shampoos is that the packaging doesn't look nearly as beautiful in person as it does in their marketing images. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but this translates very different in person than it does up here. I also noticed that while this brand uses being sulfate-free as a main selling point, the main cleansers in both of these shampoos is something that, like sulfates, is known for its effective cleansing ability. A lot of brands will use this to be able to make those sulfate-free claims, which I just find to be really annoying because effective cleansing is essential for the health of our scalp, so it really frustrates me when brands demonize ingredients that do that. The fundamental strengthening shampoo claims to strengthen hair through the use of plant proteins, but I really question the ability of ingredients like that to truly strengthen our hair.
Just a few months ago, Blake Lively was riding high. After 7 years of research, planning, and what she called a labor of love, she officially launched her hair care line, Blake Brown, in July 2024. It was marketed as a luxurious, all-natural alternative to traditional hair care, free from sulfates, silicones, and parabens. If you scrolled through social media in those first few weeks, you probably saw influencers raving about it, snapping aesthetic photos of the sleek packaging, and hyping up the formulas. And it worked. At first.
You want me to give you a little zhuzh? Yeah, I do. Okay, so my thing is when like curls clump together, I like to separate it because you have great hair. Thank you. But you do have amazing hair, so I'll start here. Okay. And it's dry shampoo, but really, you know, it smells amazing, but it also gives you like a nice smell. So I like to do a little bit more at the back, like a little bit of the Bordeaux, like.
Within just 7 days, the brand generated a staggering $16 million in media impact value. Sales skyrocketed to nearly $5 million in the first month alone, and Target even declared it their biggest hair care launch in history. It looked like Blake had pulled off the impossible, transitioning from Hollywood star to full-fledged business mogul. But as quickly as the hype built up, the backlash hit even harder. It all started with the reviews. What began as minor complaints from a few customers quickly snowballed into an all-out revolt. The same influencers who were singing Blake's praises suddenly changed their tune, warning their followers to stay away.
Everyone to know that the cool teen working at the customer service desk at Target told me that everyone's been returning the Blake Brown hair care.
These plant proteins do nourish your hair and give it that new car feel. Now, by all means, I believe our hair should be a vehicle of self-expression. I do not, however, refer to it as a car. That's interesting. Also,
One viral TikTok showed a Target employee revealing that customers were returning the shampoo in record numbers. And the reviews? Brutal. Customers called it overpriced, ineffective, and in some cases, even damaging. The dry shampoo, which was supposed to refresh hair between washes, left it sticky, heavy, and unmanageable. One reviewer said, "My ends have never been this dry in my life," while another claimed it made their hair feel worse than before they used it. The most common complaint? That Blake's products simply didn't live up to their promises.
The texture of this is a lightweight gel with nice slip for easy lathering, and I actually got a great cleanse. My hair felt a little rough after using it, but I was able to easily fix that with conditioner, so my only major complaint is the smell. It's just really mature and not for me. The Fundamental Nourishing shampoo is a little bit creamier than the Strengthening shampoo, but it's still lightweight with great slip. I like the smell of this one a lot better, so I thought it would be my favorite of the two, but my hair actually ended up looking pretty greasy just 2 days after using it, so it just didn't work for me personally. So I think that these are good enough, but not to the point of me wanting to replace any of my favorite shampoos with them. The dry shampoo absorbs oil really well and doesn't leave a major cast in my hair, but it's definitely not residue free. It doesn't feel heavy, but it does feel dry and stiff, and the smell's just also not nearly as good as I was hoping. The Rich Reset Pre-Shampoo Mask also claims to strengthen your hair with plant protein, so take that with a grain of salt. To me, this feels a lot more like a conditioner than a mask, which I think is funny because the brand is very anti-conditioner. It's lightweight, it's somewhat milky, and it feels nice, but it's nothing spectacular. By itself, this is just not conditioning enough for me. It made my hair a little stiff and dry. It definitely made it a lot more tangly, and compared to my favorites, it just doesn't make my hair feel nearly as nice. So I will not be keeping this in my collection either.
Then came the packaging issues. While the minimalist aesthetic looked great on Instagram, customers quickly realized it wasn't practical. The shampoo and conditioner bottles were difficult to squeeze, and some people even reported that the pumps stopped working altogether after just a few uses. Others pointed out that the dry shampoo nozzle clogged easily, making it impossible to get the product out. When people pay nearly $30 for a bottle, they expect functionality, and unfortunately, Blake's products aren't delivered. But the drama didn't stop there. As if the bad reviews weren't enough, Blake suddenly found herself at the center of a high-profile legal battle with none other than actor and producer Justin Baldoni. In a shocking turn of events, Baldoni filed a $400 million lawsuit against Blake and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, alleging that they tried to ruin him. The details of the case are still unfolding, but one thing is clear. This lawsuit couldn't have come at a worse time for Blake's brand. Almost immediately after the news broke, sales plummeted by a staggering 87%, and major retailers started distancing themselves. Suddenly, Blake wasn't just dealing with a bad batch of reviews, she was facing the possible collapse of her entire business. Then, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Blake made a critical mistake. Instead of addressing the backlash head-on, she tried to use her press tour for the It Ends With Us movie to promote her struggling haircare line. And let's just say, it did not go over well. The movie, based on the best-selling novel by Colleen Hoover, deals with deeply emotional and serious themes, including overcoming personal trauma. But instead of focusing on that, Blake used interviews to talk about her hair products, even linking a hotline for support services in what fans saw as an obvious marketing stunt. People were furious. One disappointed fan wrote, "I was going to try it, but the way she used It Ends With Us as a marketing tool completely turned me off." And then came the ultimate insult. Fans started attacking her hair. If you're going to sell hair care products, people expect your hair to look flawless. But according to social media, Blake's signature golden locks weren't exactly the best advertisement for her brand. Comments flooded in, with people pointing out how frizzy, dull, and unkempt her hair looked in recent appearances. One person bluntly asked, who looked at Blake's hair and thought, "I need to know what she's using." Ouch. And just when it seemed like things couldn't possibly get worse, rumors started swirling that Blake's team was butting heads with Target. Allegedly, she and her team were demanding better shelf placement, more marketing, and possibly even additional funding. But with return rates skyrocketing and sales tanking, Target reportedly wasn't willing to play along. And then, suddenly, Blake's products started disappearing from Target shelves altogether. There was no announcement, no official statement, just gone. So, what went wrong? Some beauty insiders believe Blake made the mistake of assuming her star power alone would carry the brand. But the truth is, the beauty industry is fiercely competitive. A recognizable name might bring in early sales, but if the products don't perform, people will move on fast. Brands like Rihanna's Fenty Beauty and Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty succeeded because they delivered high-quality products that met consumer expectations. Blake, on the other hand, seemed to rely more on branding than actual product innovation, and now she's paying the price. So, is this the end of Blake Brown? Right now, things aren't looking great. The brand is facing a major credibility crisis, and Blake's reputation is taking a serious hit. But could she turn it around? Maybe, but only if she acts fast. Damage control is a must. If Blake wants to salvage her brand, she needs to publicly acknowledge the backlash, address the product quality concerns, and, most importantly, reformulate. A relaunch with improved formulas, better transparency, and an actual response to customer feedback might give her a fighting chance. She could also take notes from other celebrity entrepreneurs who have successfully turned things around. When Kim Kardashian faced backlash over early SKKN products, she quickly listened to feedback and rebranded. When Kylie Jenner's Kylie Cosmetics was called out for lackluster quality, she relaunched with a focus on cleaner formulas and better packaging. Blake needs to take accountability and show customers that she's serious about improving. But if she continues to ignore the issues and push forward as if nothing's wrong, well, she might just watch her beauty empire collapse before it ever really got started. So, what do you think? Could Blake Lively fix her brand, or is this a beauty industry disaster she won't recover from? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've tried Blake Brown, did it live up to the hype, or was it as bad as the reviews say?